You're listening to Talk of the Town, the official podcast of the Petal Area Chamber of Commerce, where we highlight local businesses, community leaders, and the stories that shape our city.
It was an accident. It was a total accident. I can't buy a store. Everybody that grows up in this town, I feel like at some point wants to say that they want to leave. Well, I'm telling you, there's something about Petal that feels like home.
Sounds like Skep.
I know.
Ew.
I really like the hydrangea. Our ranunculus are
I feel like
hydrangea.
she's overrated, but they are beautiful.
Well, she's got mean girl energy.
Kyndal Hrapmann, welcome to Talk of the Town with the Petal Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Are you really, though?
No.
It's going to be
But I am
fun.
glad that you invited me. I'm glad that you voluntold me I was going to do it.
Well, you're perfect for it, and I know you really, really well. So we're just getting this podcast started, so I was like, maybe I should go with people I know so I can get my feet wet with this thing. You know,
at least we won't be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So I know who you are, but not everyone does. Why don't you share who you are and what you do?
Okay. I am Kyndal Hrapmann. I have 3 children that are all in the Petal School District at 3 different campuses this year.
Oh,
I have a husband, which we will call the 4th child.
right.
And he works full time. I work full time now at Sweet Blossom. And we're in a big transition period of life.
Yeah. How's it going?
It's going well. It's going well. Luckily, the kids are old enough now, 13, 12, and 9. So they're old enough to be semi-self-sufficient, but it's still it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
So.
Well, being an entrepreneur is hard no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Then you add 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some days I have 2 kids, and some days I'm like, am I actually an effective parent today? Or am I just going through the motions, or what is it? But I think they turn all right out. All right, then.
Well, we'll just live on a prayer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, share a little bit, I guess, about the roadmap that got you to, or the journey that took you to being the new owner of Sweet Blossom, because that's brand new.
Yes. It was an accident.
Right.
It was a total accident. There was talk around town that Leo was going to sell, and multiple people had mentioned it to me. And I was like, I can't buy a store. And then it just kind of fell into place where I was like, let me just go meet with her. And I actually had a best case scenario, worst case scenario written down, because I really was just going to put it out of my mind. After that, I was just going to put it out of my mind. And I went and met with her, and it was best case scenario. And we flew out the following day to go to Oregon to meet my baby nephew. And so I had the whole weekend to really think about it. And then Spreadsheet Steve, also my husband, we had to get back and talk to him, and then he had to talk to her. And anyway, it wound up, I almost couldn't have stopped it from happening, if that makes sense.
Once you open that can of worms, it just,
I never forced a single thing. It just happened.
Like it was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, sister.
Some days I think it was.
Yeah. Well, I can just say, just from being a spectator of watching it all unfold, it's just been perfect to me. I know that it's probably had a lot of speed bumps and it's been a transition, but you're doing a really good job.
Thanks, Lindsay.
You're doing a great job, girl.
I appreciate that.
So share with me. So before you were an owner of Sweet Blossom, which is a florist and it's a retail store, and we do embroidery and all these different things. What were you doing before that?
Well, my sister had talked me into working at Hattiesburg Clinic after my youngest had started kindergarten. So I was there for 2.5 years, but I've always done some type of I've been embroidering since Maverick was born, which is almost 14 years ago. Danny's grandma really helped me. And then my aunt, Shanna, the one that helps in the shop, she really helped me. And so I've always worked. I've always had some creative outlet and all of those things, but nothing almost like a get in where I fit in. I just kind of followed Danny around everywhere. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a big girl job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
you just did a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So healthcare, what did you love healthcare?
No.
Tell me about it.
No, it's not. I think that whatever level of heaven that teachers and nurses are going to get to is definitely a higher level than I'm ever going to get to, but it's just not for me. Cause I would carry it home, and it was heavy, and you're taking care of people that are sick. And it's just, it's a world that I respect so much more now that I'm not, or now that I've worked in it, but
it's just not for you.
Mm-mm.
I was raised by a pack of healthcare women. And so growing up, it was just assumed that all 3 of us girls were just going to naturally fall into healthcare. And you're right. I think there's an extra There's jewels and extra jewels in the crown of teachers and healthcare workers.
Yeah.
It's not for me either. I also find that I deal better with adults than children.
Yeah.
That's also why I could never be a teacher. I have patience for my children.
Yeah, but like barely.
Just enough.
So like I can't put myself
just
in that
enough to
position.
get them raised up.
Yeah.
Just enough to get them raised up.
Not enough to homeschool.
And so it sounds like creativity is something you've always had, but never fully got to dive into. So how does it feel to like your whole life is?
Well, I was quitting my job anyway to go home to embroider.
You were.
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah.
So share a little bit about that, the embroidery journey, because I remember it's been a couple years.
Yeah.
But that kind of blew up.
Yeah. On accident too.
Yeah. So share about that.
I started, I had embroidered. So in periods of time, I have embroidered. And when we came back, I just kind of dove back into it. The kids were getting older and whatever. And it's just on the side. Like I made a little Facebook page for it, but I was never trying to like do anything. And then I wound up getting enough orders that it didn't make sense for me to keep working a day job. And I love it. I love it. So that's been,
And it was sashes that really took off.
Blue satin sashes.
So I guess for the listeners that don't know, the wreath sashes on the doors are super popular right now.
Yeah.
It used to be the wooden signs that were painted and all those trends.
You remember the mesh ones?
The mesh bows, like the gaudier the wreath, the better. And now it's just like a simple, what's the right word for the wreath? What is it?
Like a boxwood, probably.
Boxwood wreath with just a simple sash that you can switch out for the seasons. And so you offer that at Sweet Blossom too.
Yeah. Now all of that's there.
So the official business you had with embroidery technically is not the same, but you offer it at Sweet Blossom.
Yeah. We just kind of dissolved in all. It's just easier to operate it under
Sweet Blossom. Yeah. So since we're talking about the sectors of Sweet Blossom, it's like 4,000 different types of businesses in one. So share all the different things that Sweet Blossom offers to the listeners.
We are a home and gift shop. We are the only technical gift shop in Petal. Like there's other shops that have like clothing and they'll offer some home items and stuff. But like technically we're the only like true gift shop in Petal. And we have a full florist. We have all the embroidery. We have a new machine and she's 15 needles. And she's real intimidating. But
no more changing colors every time you need to sew.
Nope. So we have that florals, embroidery, all the gift and home items.
Retail.
Yeah, all of and hopefully soon some more fun things to come.
Yeah. It's a lot. You're juggling it. I know I keep saying this, but you are. It's just like, it's going well. Here's the deal. For the outsiders looking in, it looks like it's just been a smooth transition.
Oh, gosh.
And you're just making it your own. And I know that's not always the case for business owners. I know that there are so many unseen things that entrepreneurs go through, but you don't want other people to know. And so I just think that from the community's perspective, it's wonderful.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I will say this, a fear of mine when Leah decided to sell was that it would not find a home.
Yeah.
A buyer home.
I'm surprised by the outreach that of people that come in and they're like, we're so glad you're still here. And it's not me because I haven't been there. So it's like, they're so glad the store is still there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I forget because we lived other places and I forget like there really is just a handful of us in Petal. So it's good.
If Petal people are funny. If we don't have to leave Petal, we do not wish to.
Yeah.
And for years, I mean, ever since Sweet Blossom's been open, if I needed anything for any type of party, I go there. And so the thought of it just being no longer was just terrifying to me.
Yeah. And also, it sounds so like cliche, but I really did always shop local but also out of convenience, if I'm being completely honest. And now like I realize the importance, like you're not just selling something to somebody or you're not just buying something, like you really are like supporting a family. You know what I mean? Like it feels like
it's put it into perspective for you.
It really has. Yeah.
And it is so important. I mean, a lot of these business owners in Petal, they put everything into that business. You know, they put their whole foot, their face, their houses, everything.
They put all of it.
They put everything into these businesses. And so it's true. It's either do or don't.
Yeah.
You know? And so I feel like the community has really just rallied behind you.
Oh, they have. They have.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of support. My family has had.
They have.
My Aunt Shanna. And And her girls.
Another level of heaven.
Yeah. Also another level of heaven for sure. But I would not have done it. I mean, even sis, she was at the store with me until like 1:00 this morning,
Wow.
And we're literally eating Taco Bell, talking about Jesus and making a tablescape. And I was like, is this real life?
Wow.
But it is.
Wow.
So
late nights, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it worth it? It's worth it.
I think so. Every other day, I feel like I get a hold on it and then I'll like crash out.
Oh, you think you're over that next hump like Valentine's Day?
Mm-hmm.
You probably thought after Valentine's Day you were going to get a little.
Just kidding. Prom.
Now it's prom season.
Just kidding. Mother's Day.
Yeah. Prom and Mother's Day are back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the meantime, people are still passing away. Funerals are still happening.
Yep.
So it's like it never ends.
Yep.
Which is a good problem to have.
It is. I cannot complain about it a single.
Yeah, it really, I just feel the community supporting you so much. And so, but you also have, you would think with a new business and being a new business owner, you would just say, hey, let me just get a year. Let me get a year under my belt and then I'll support that cause. Or let me get a year under my belt and I will sponsor that event.
Mm-hmm.
Or let me get a year under my belt and circle back to me.
Yeah.
I'm just surviving. You are just surviving, but also you're partnering with people and doing things that most people in their first year wouldn't even have the capacity to think of. Mm-hmm. Personally, for me, with the chamber, you did the banquet, and that was how many arrangements?
I mean, it was it 30?
It was a lot.
Was it? How many tables did you have? It was
26.
Yeah.
26 tables.
Yeah.
So 26 full floral,
mm-hmm.
and it wasn't just sticking flowers. I mean, you had beads, you had feathers, you were going sending people across town, all sponsored.
Yeah.
And right before Valentine's Day.
Yep.
So Chick-fil-A, share about that. You just had an event with Chick-fil-A where you partnered.
And I didn't get to go.
Why?
Because we had a huge, it was the high school soccer banquet. So I sponsored the middle school soccer banquet because I have a child on the middle school girls team and the middle school boys team.
Yeah.
So I felt like that could be my contribution. Well, apparently they liked enough that they wanted to hire me to do the high school soccer banquet.
Hire you?
Like I didn't donate them. They actually paid for the centerpieces. Okay. So that came in that week, the same week as the Chick-fil-A event. And so I actually sent sis and she went over there, but it was daddy daughters. And we like kind of prepped and like had all of the things kind of ready, but they made flower crowns and the pictures of it.
At Chick-fil-A.
Oh my gosh. Yes. At Chick-fil-A in the dining room. It was just daddies and daughters is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
It was so much fun.
I feel like every time I turn around, you're partnering with someone. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You did Kids Hub.
Kids Hub was great.
Power of 100 Women.
Yep.
You hosted their meet and greet, which for that, you opened your doors.
Yeah.
Beyond typical store hours. It's just, not all business owners are willing to do that.
Yeah.
Most entrepreneurs are just getting by.
Yeah.
Mentally and all the things just to keep the store running.
Mm-hmm.
But to do that in your first year and then also turn around and pour back into the community that's pouring into you is just.
I just feel like that's the best way I could do it. Like if I can make something happen, I'm going to do it.
Shit, tell me why. What's the heart behind it?
I don't. Everybody that grows up in this town, I feel like at some point wants to say that they want to leave. Like I feel like at some point we grow up and like we're in high school and I think like 75% of people are like, oh, I can't wait to leave here. I can't, whatever. Well, I'm telling you, we lived in Pittsburgh.
I left.
You left.
I left.
We left for 10 years. We lived in Pittsburgh. We lived in Arizona. We lived in New Orleans for a while. And there's something that shifts I believe whenever you're ready to have a family or when you're ready, there's something about Petal that feels like home. And I don't know how to like explain that any other way, but like I can't imagine raising my kids somewhere else. And so if this is my way now to build as they go through the school system and build the community and then also show them the importance of the community, like that is what I would like to set that example for them because it isn't a place to leave.
It's inheritance.
Yeah. Maybe leave for a little bit.
You're setting a path to continue pushing Petal forward for the sake of your children. That's exactly why I'm at the chamber.
Yeah.
So share just a little bit. So like projecting forward as the owner of Sweet Blossom, share a little bit about what you want that to look like as far as being a part of the community and partnerships and working together with other business owners. And what do you want that framework to be?
So it is one of the things that I think is a must is partnering with all of the local businesses because, like we've already stated, there's only a few of us, and there's plenty to go around for everybody. So if everybody just supports everybody, like I don't know how anybody could lose, and nobody needs to, you know, like it, even though it's a small town and all, like it doesn't feel like this competition of like everybody has their own kind of little niche. And I love that. When we partnered with the tea place, to do the flowers and the little carriers with the teas, that was really good. I loved doing that. And I loved like seeing them post, they're posting their teas, but they're posting our flowers. Like how that's so cute. And then, just doing stuff with the chamber as well. Chick-fil-A. I love that. Like I loved that they had a person come in and take those pictures.
And you wouldn't think, like when you think about two businesses that could collaborate for a project, you wouldn't think Chick-fil-A and a florist.
No. And Jody, their manager, she approached me about it. And I was like, yes, like let's do that, you know? So, I mean, outside of the schools and all that we're always going to support, I hope that if there's any way that I can be a good neighbor, or there's a way that we could collaborate to do anything, like when James Gray Hat Company came for Kids Hub, or the Little Wine Shop came, we'll partner with Summit for some things, maybe some girls' night type ticketed events and things. So we're trying to be as inclusive and as neighborly as possible and help everybody grow, I think.
Yeah. And it's true. So the population of Petal is like the ratio of population to businesses, there truly is enough to go around. We could have 5 of the same type of thing in Petal, and and they all 5 would do well.
Yeah. They could. Yeah.
Petal people do not like to leave Petal, first and foremost, but second of all, there's just a lot of people in a little business. So I'm with you on that. I think that the more the merrier. And if we lean on each other, sometimes really great things happen. When we collaborate, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it could be really good. I have a ton of ideas and not enough hours in the day, but yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to Anna Johnson with Chick-fil-A about that. She has a ton of ideas. I have a ton of ideas, but there's so many hours in a day and only 365 days in a year. And you just kind of have to set a 10-year goal and start to meet those goals little by little. But I'm really proud of you. And I think you may have something new coming.
We do.
Okay. Do you want to share it here?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's share it.
I think so.
Let's share it.
So, and this came about from inquiries as well, like community asking for.
Okay.
So, it is a flower cart. It's a rental. So it essentially, I'm trying to think about, it has wheels. Okay. And it has like holes that the little metal buckets go in. And anyway, we've got it all set up so you can rent it. I have packages. So like if somebody wanted to have a birthday party and their 6-year-old wanted to build flower crowns, we can do that. If somebody wanted to do a baby shower, we can do that. One of the bridal themes right now is like fresh off the market.
I love that.
Like renting it and building your own bouquet for a bridal. Anyway, so I am thrilled. I'm so excited. I actually had 2 churches that inquired about it first. But
so they won't have to rent it and you come operate it?
So they can. That's an add-on of the package. But if they just want us to supply them with all of the supplies and the flowers and drop the cart off and then come back and pick it up, we can do that too.
I will say when it comes time for like bridal showers and baby showers, and when your girls start to get older, it is hard. Like you have a birthday party or a shower, and you need to have food. You need to have a time for gifts, and then you need to have an activity.
An activity, yeah.
Sometimes that's hard to find an activity, Like
we've had a lot of, when I was asking about it to like just kind of gauge like whether or not it was going to be successful or like even a thing to do. I had so many people that told me that they had like tried to do their own like build your bouquets for like even like 14 or 16 year olds. And I'm like, that's so cool.
Or a
like,
senior party.
Yeah. Or a senior party. And I'm like, a girl does need to know how to put a flower arrangement together.
She does.
Why not?
It's a good idea.
Anyway. So
this cart's like white and it rolls. What's the name of it? Does that have a name?
Okay. So we're not totally settled. We're still voting, but I think we've landed on, the top contender is the Petite Posy.
Okay. Share the symbolism or the
petite, because Sweet Blossom is the big florist, and
It's a
this one's
petite
little.
florist.
And then posy is another word for like a little hand bouquet.
I love it.
The Petite Posy.
I love it.
Yeah.
Are there any other on the short list?
I wanted to use the word petal, obviously, or
Like
petals.
Petal and flower petal.
Yeah.
I like that play on words.
Yeah. So I thought about petite petals or the petite petal. I don't know. The Petite Posy sounds.
It rolls off the.
Like I keep asking everybody to say it. I'm like, say, we rented the Petite Posy for the bridal shower last weekend. It was so much fun. Like what's
and
the
then
most
get them
natural?
to say, we rented the petite petal for.
Yeah. Or we had petite petals at the baby shower last month.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You know? I don't know. So we'll see.
I think my vote's Posy, Petite Posy.
It's just very fitting.
I like it. I like it a lot. So do we have any TA on when it'll be time to?
Yeah, actually, I was actually planning to launch it for prom season. So we got a little held up because I was trying to find a specific bucket that I wanted my flowers to go in.
Hey, I get it. You want it right. You want it right.
Yes. But I think literally by next week, I think. If anything, the sign, I might not have the sign, the official sign, the acrylic sign I'm doing. But outside of that, I think it'll be ready to go like next week.
And on the website.
Probably so.
So you'll just book through the website.
Or call or come in.
Okay. So I also want to hit this really quick. Prom. So we're doing prom orders a little different, similar to the way we did. I say we as in I.
That's
hey,
okay,
some
Lindsay.
days I really do think I work at Sweet Blossom.
That's okay. For free. You work there for free.
I get a Diet Coke.
Okay.
Every time I come, I get a.
You can get it. You can get a Coke out of the fridge.
I get a Diet Coke when I come. But similar to the way you did Valentine's, which is online orders. So share a little bit. Let them know how they can order their prom. Yeah. And what options are there?
I just think it's to streamline the orders and also so there's no gray area. So sometimes when you call over the phone, you can describe what you want or and we're writing it down. But like one of the little girls might write something down that I don't, and like it doesn't translate, you know? So I just thought it would be better for everyone if we kind of just did it all online.
Yeah.
So even if they want to do it online and then they can type out their own description of everything, or if they want to come in the store and we'll walk them through it on the computer in the store. And then that way we can print it all out. It's all cohesive. It's all organized. And there's no like, I wrote down the wrong thing or I wrote down the wrong pickup date or I wrote down I want to make it more customer friendly and also on the back end.
More effective. Okay. So what about the options? Are there certain options or what all are you offering for prom?
Yeah. It sounds like the bouquets are the most popular right now. So we have the bouquets, we have the wrist corsages, boutonnieres, and then also I have the sashes. I did a lot of prom sashes and bouquet wraps last year.
Okay.
So I made that an option on the website as well.
Okay. Yeah. I already looked at them. They're beautiful. The website, it looks great. I saw a wrapping around one of the bouquets with like an initial. What is that?
That's my favorite.
Okay, so share about that.
So it's just a bouquet wrap. And I used to only make them usually for brides, like around there, because they didn't want anything that would like hang. But in my opinion, they're so pretty and it's so clean and crisp and like you don't have to worry about
And then the flowers die, but you can save it as like a keepsake for prom.
Especially that one because you could use it again, especially if we don't put like a date on it.
You can use it for your wedding.
You could.
What if your prom date is also your husband one day and you get to use the same wrap as you used at prom on your florals for your wedding.
I did a couple of interlocking first initials for the dates. And I was like, oh my gosh, what if they stay together? What if they stay together? How cute is that?
But what if it cried?
Well,
it's still a keepsake for prom. But Lexi and Russell, my sister and my brother-in-law, that would have totally been relevant for them.
Yeah, 1 in a million.
Oh, I don't know. I think marrying your high school sweetheart is pretty common. I didn't, but you didn't. But I think it's common. Yeah. Okay, I have rapid fire. Have you ever played rapid fire?
Nope.
Okay, so you don't. The game is you do not know. You do not know what I'm fixing to say. The whole point is to just say what comes to your head first. I have 3.
You don't want me to do this.
I do. They're easy.
Okay.
They're easy.
Okay.
Okay. And you ready? Okay. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Why?
Sweet tea. No lemon.
Why? Do you drink coffee?
I do drink coffee, but I miss sweet tea a whole lot when we didn't live here. And it's not the same.
It's like sour other places.
Yeah.
And it's always unsweet.
Yeah. They don't get it.
And then they give you sugar packets and the sugar doesn't dissolve because the tea's cold.
It's it's a crime. It's a crime.
Criminal. Okay. Your favorite flower?
Probably something pretty traditional. So probably a ranunculus.
Who?
A ranunculus is probably my favorite.
Can you describe this flower for me, please?
Yeah,
sounds like rhinoceros.
It's super circular.
It does. It does.
There's a flower that's really pretty. It's called a scabiosa.
Sounds like scab.
I know.
Ew.
So anyway, a ranunculus is like round and it looks like it has like little tiny like circles and circles and circles, and has a belly button. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'll show you a picture of it.
Anyway. I like a peony or a tulip.
Yeah, I really like a hydrangea. A ranunculus or a hydrangea.
I feel like she's overrated, but they are beautiful.
Well, she's just really, she's got mean girl energy. A hydrangea.
She's also needed in almost every bouquet.
And wants to live the least.
And she's what everyone calls about.
Yeah. No, peonies. They're worse.
They're high.
And worse.
They die fast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, last one. I have two more actually.
Okay.
These are both Sweet Blossom related. Okay. One must see only at Sweet Blossom.
Us?
Ah!
I'm just saying, like, if you come in there, it's me, Alyssa, Sis, McKinley, Presley.
The energy is wonderful, I will say.
And so we're either yapping or we're helping you find something, which makes us feel like we're shopping or whatever.
It's or we're just girls energy.
Literally just a girl.
Just a girl.
Yeah, us.
Literally just a girl.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one must see at Sweet Blossom is you. I love that.
Not me.
Us. All right. I know this probably changes, like ever changing, but currently your favorite line at Sweet Blossom, product line.
Oh.
Got to narrow it down. Okay. I think I know what you're going to say because it's new and like you're really hyped about it. But answer genuinely, what is your favorite?
The Woodland Spode.
She is cute with the dogs on it, the hound dogs.
Yeah, it has all of it. But like that's just personal. Like I just prefer it. So but I guess outside of that, I am pretty excited about that new candle line that we got. The Eco candles.
Mm-hmm. I've bought one. So they're clean.
Out of Mississippi.
Cleaning.
All clean. They're all soy, cotton wicks, sourced in the USA. They're like, they smell
Have
so
you
good.
tested, like, you know how you'll buy a candle some places and it like fills up that one that smells like in that one space?
Mm-hmm.
Does it permeate throughout?
I put one of the little ones. I think it's like a 3 ounce. So like half the size of this.
This does nothing. This is for looks.
Well, either way,
just looks.
It's about half the size of that. And we can, you know how Sweet Blossom just smells because there's so much there. Mm-hmm. We could smell it over everything, but like not in a way that would give you a headache. It was just like, I kept walking around and I was like, oh, what's that? What is that? And then I was like, oh my gosh, we put that candle in there.
It's a new candle line.
Yes. It was so good. So anyway, I really like it.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to have you.
Yes.
You're the second guest of the podcast and still figuring this thing out, but
thanks for waiting on me.
You did great. Yes, I did wait 30 minutes on you.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
We're doing our best.
Doing our best.
Yeah.